How's it going, everyone? It is Liam Catterson here, and welcome to the final episode of Obi-Wan Kenobi, as we're on part 6, and I'm excited to see how we do close things out. I'm hoping that there will be a season 2 at least, because otherwise this might be the last time we see Ewan as Obi-Wan. So, although I'm sure a lot of people thought that with Revenge of the Sith, and here we are. So we shall just wait and see what does happen. But there is one thing that I do know, and it's the fact that this has been a really, really great journey for me. I know, as I've mentioned before, some people have had their gripes about this, but for me, I've really, really enjoyed Obi-Wan, and I'm excited to see how we do close things out. Especially with Reva most likely going to Tatooine after finding that message, and being basically booted out of the Empire, I guess, because of the fact that she was willing to try to overthrow Vader, but that was never, ever going to happen. So, yeah, but it was really, really great last time, especially seeing Hayden as Anakin once more, not just him in Vader's suit, but we saw pre-Attack of the Clones Anakin, and it was just really, really superb. So I really, really loved the last episode, so yeah, but I'm excited for this episode. I do expect, with Reva going to Tatooine, that Obi-Wan might try to steer her in the right direction, especially if she does confront Luke. And there is that risk of following the same terrain as the whole Order 66 debacle, as we found out in the last episode with Reva surviving, and she survived again in present day when we had Anakin. Well, we had Vader stab her. So yeah, and Grand Inquisitor, of course, he's still alive, as if there was any doubt to that. Especially with the fact that he's in Rebels. So yeah, but. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm sad as well because, you know, I've really enjoyed this, but I'm excited to see how we close out on Obi-Wan. So with that said, let's get into episode number 6 of Obi-Wan Kenobi. Let's go.
Something you want to say?
Yeah! Have some respect. Uh-oh.
I'm done.
You know what, Reva? Sort him out. I don't care. He's an obnoxious piece of shit.
Howdy. What do you need, kid?
We need a new belt for the speeder.
Certain somebody broke the last one.
Your uncle's
Oh, Luke.
Rue, what are you doing?
We both knew the stain might come.
Oh, shit. Let's go.
She'll come when the suns go down. Best we got position now.
I mean, I don't think that's gonna work. Thankfully, I'm not worried about them too. But Rue.
Broken found it before we got out. She would have wanted you to have it.
Aww.
It's empty.
Well, I wasn't going to give you a blaster leg. You're 10 years old.
Her sass is her weapon.
You come to destroy me, Obi-Wan.
I will do what I must.
You will try.
Then you will die.
Oh, this is so good. Oh. Yeah, you can't afford to toy with him this time, Vader. Oh, shh.
Your strength has returned. But the weakness
Uh-oh.
remains.
Sheesh. Yo.
Did you truly think that you could defeat me? You have failed, Master.
Oh, and this is how he leaves him, isn't it? When I left you.
What do you want?
Justice.
Yeah, no thanks. It's not Luke, it's not Owen's fault. If you want justice, go to Vader. Oh. Obi-Wan. Phoy. Sheesh. Impressive. Most impressive. Oh shit. Oh shit. Holy shit! He's just pelting it with roses. You love to see it. Oh. Music's incredible as heck. No! Oh no! Oh!
Anakin.
I won't leave you, not this time. Shit.
Anakin's gone.
Hayden's
And what
voice.
remains?
You didn't kill Anakin Skywalker.
Shit.
I did.
The defeat in Obi-Wan's eyes. Oh.
Goodbye, Darth.
Holy shit! Like he said, Darth on. Oh my god! Oh my god! Yeah, there we go. This is what I was thinking back on. No different whatsoever. There you go. He was just unconscious.
Have I become him?
No, because you would have killed him.
You've chosen not to. Who you become now? That is up to you.
Do you? Yeah, this is it though. She's free. But both of them
You're
have.
free. You both are.
Yeah. Oh, this hurts.
Destroy everything in our path until he is found.
Holy
Agitated.
shit! Was not expecting Palpatine.
I serve only you, my master.
Holy shit! So cool that throne shot though, but wasn't expecting Palpatine to show up, not gonna lie.
So what do you do now?
I don't know. What do you think I should do?
I think you should sleep.
I love her.
think you're right.
Oh. The fact that he laughed.
That came from your mother. you're also passionate and fearless, forthright. And these are gifts from your father. Both were exceptional people who bore an exceptional daughter.
Oh.
The only protection he needs now, Owen, is you and Brew. Take good care of him.
A cloud has, like, left him, really.
You want to meet him?
Oh! Oh, no. Okay.
Hello there.
Yes! Hello there, General Kenobi! Oh, that's satisfying.
Master Qui-Gon.
Qui-Gon!
Well, took you long enough.
Oh, yes!
Beginning to think you'd never come.
I was always here, Obi-Wan. You just were not ready to see.
Beautiful way to close the episode, right? Perfect. Perfect ending. From him personally giving the toy shuttle to Luke, which I think is a lot better than him trying to, like, just leave it by. Him saying, hello there. I mean, I know that might be a bit fan servicey, etc., but come on. I know there was a lot of people thinking about when he said hello in episode 3. They're like, oh, you just missed out on hello there. But I think this works a lot better, especially with that weight lifted from his shoulders. With the fact that there is not that lingering cloud over his head. He has more content, a more content atmosphere, and we see that in A New Hope. This story has always been that journey about how we see him after Revenge of the Sith and how it sets things up for A New Hope. So I can't believe Palpatine was in this as well. I was not expecting that. And Qui-Gon. Ah! This episode was superb. A superb way of closing things out. In terms of Reva's story as well, because there was that because what she was literally being like Vader during Order 66. So I think with her revenge just bubbling away and clouding clarity, there comes that moment where she's just like, yeah, she collapses and all of that. So I loved that episode. I felt like that was a really, really neat conclusion to Kenobi, in my opinion. And if this is a season and only deal, then I think that would have been a really, really great way to conclude things for Kenobi until, of course, A New Hope. But yeah, no, but I was really, really satisfied with everything, especially Vader versus Kenobi. Like, obviously, we were teased in regards to the fact that we would have, I guess, the rematch of the century, and with the way that episode 3 went by, not only did we kind of get the impression that they were going to fight again anyways, but that was more so Vader in control. That wasn't a rematch. That was a slaughterhouse from Vader, because and he wasn't even trying. He was toying with Kenobi. So it was inevitable that we would get the rematch. But I didn't think it would be that emotional. It was insane. There were just quite a few bits and pieces that really, really did shook me. Deja vu from, well, I wouldn't say it's deja vu here. I guess. I think, yeah. No. But for the viewer, it's deja vu when Obi-Wan sliced the helmet and you saw one side of Vader's face. Funnily enough, though, whereas Ahsoka, she got I think this side, Obi-Wan got that side. So yeah. But I think the thing that really sent chills down my spine was the Hayden and James incorporation, like, in sync. Yeah, it was just really, really emotional. And just the exchange, just Obi-Wan breaking. There was just so many great bits in that bit alone that I was just in awe with. And I can't be the only one who thought of Maul's Kenobi scream when Vader screamed out Obi-Wan. I'm surely not the only one, because I was just thinking Kenobi. So yeah, I'm not gonna shout to the microphone. I don't want to deafen you guys enough as it is. So yeah, no, I'm sure I was not the only one who was thinking about Maul's Kenobi scream when Vader did that. There is also something that, I mean, I was going through all kinds of emotions during Vader and Obi-Wan's scenario. Like, it was just very, very brutalizing. It was like I was just going through the motions, really. Yeah, no, it was just insane. But I was just thinking, when Vader crushed Obi-Wan, I wasn't only just thinking about the fact that this is how you're going to leave him, isn't it? Because how can you rebound from that? And yet Obi-Wan does it like a champ. But Vader had the high ground. Yeah, Vader had the high ground. He did it. I'm proud of my boy. I am proud of him. Yeah. I'm glad that I guess I'm glad, especially with, you know, how Hello There was incorporated, that they didn't include Vader thinking, well, guess who has the high ground now, bitch? So, no, it is just something very, very surreal. He finally had the high ground. Vader won that one. So, it's just a shame that Obi-Wan really kicked into that, to his strength in the Force, and, yeah. But there was just so many great moments from Vader and Kenobi alone. I mean, this episode was just superb. But, I mean, I don't think you could come out of this episode and not think about Vader and Kenobi in this episode, because there were so many things that went by. I mean, the fighting, of course, was a lot more intense, as Obi-Wan has regained his strength. Although Vader did say, "But your weakness is still there." So, but I think the thing that really, really did get me was when half of Anakin's face showed. Because we've seen it in animated mediums in terms of the whole destroyed mask thing, like in terms of video games, in terms of Rebels, as I've mentioned, with Ahsoka. So yeah. But... And what I really, really loved is that obviously there was a bit of I think you could definitely tell in that moment, especially if a similar scenario happens, you know, years down the line with Rebels, that but it's very, very poignant with Obi-Wan confronting him and trying to reach out to him. There are those little bits and pieces of Anakin still there, but yeah, he said, "I am not your failure. You didn't kill Anakin. I did." Yeah. I just... For some reason, I don't know, for some reason, I didn't expect to hear Hayden's voice integrated with James Earl Jones. I don't know why, because it was exactly like what happened when Ahsoka met. Yeah. And you heard Matt's voice integrate with James Earl Jones's voice as well. So, I don't know why I thought that I wasn't going to hear Hayden's voice, but here we are, and it was just really, really emotional. Yeah. But there was another bit that I did really, really love as well, which was the fact that they addressed why Obi-Wan called Vader Darth with A New Hope. Because obviously that is the title for Sith Lord Darth Tyranus, Darth Maul, etc., all that jazz. But they did it in such a very, very emotionally moving way when he said, well, my friend is truly dead then. And it was really, really crushing for him to come to that conclusion, really. But, yeah. It does not only set things up in terms of why he called him Darth, because there is that addressment of the fact that his brother, his best friend, he's truly dead. But it does set things up in terms of how Obi-Wan has that cloud scattered away, really. We see him in a completely new light in after he he departs from Vader. So, but the thing is, as well, that doesn't exactly nullify when I left you, I was but the learner, because I guess technically it still happened in regards to the fact that Vader had the high ground. So, yeah. Vader wants, in my mind as well, especially, I think Vader chooses to reflect on that, and not the fact that Obi-Wan splintered it. I mean, I just gotta think how many helmets Vader has gone through. If you also want to count, I guess, the non-canon stuff. But no, he doesn't want to focus on that, especially with the fact that showcased Anakin, not Vader. Especially with how Obi-Wan was trying to reach out to Anakin, to no avail, of course. But with the fact that Palpatine said you need to focus, you need to leave the past in the past, buddy, because this shit is not flying well. I think he chooses to focus on that moment. So, because he's still trying to, especially with what Palpatine said in regards to have him overcome his past. He's still learning. He was still a learner, but obviously time passed, and in A New Hope he claims now, I am the master. So, yeah, but I just really, really loved that. I even said I could go on about that confrontation for 5 minutes, but it's been 10 minutes, so I'm not even done. But no, that was incredible. Was not expecting Palpatine to show up, not gonna lie. I was kind of hoping Qui-Gon would show up, especially with how many times Obi-Wan has tried to reach out to Qui-Gon throughout the show. But I guess he was always there, just we weren't ready to see. So, no, I was expecting Qui-Gon, and I was like, are we really not going to get Qui-Gon, I guess? I mean, not that it would, affect any kind of stance I would have with the show, but with the amount of times that Obi-Wan has tried to reach out to Qui-Gon in the show, you're expecting Qui-Gon to show up, and he does at the very end. So it was really, really great, and he looks incredible. But yeah, Palpatine was not someone I was not counting on Palpatine on showing up, to be fair. But it makes sense, especially with Vader having to put the past behind him. So he's not just serving as he's not needlessly brought back in this occasion. he is like it's paralleling to Kenobi, where he is focusing on a new direction and is approaching the future with hope, etc. There is a change in direction for Vader. He needs to stop focusing on being so fixated on Kenobi and focus on the future, really. Kenobi's in the past. Leave him be. Forget about him. So, yeah. Going back to Vader and Kenobi, just a little quick bit before I do go on to other parts, of course. But the way that Vader, the way that Obi-Wan was pelting rocks to Vader was just freaking insane. I gotta say, when the rocks did rise and he just slammed into them, I was like, holy shit, he is murdering him. So, yeah, but, yeah, really, really incredible episode. But yeah, this was, I gotta say, there was definitely some reminiscence to Twilight of The Apprentice. So, no, I really, really loved, I guess, Reva's contribution as well. Like, obviously that was not going to be the main focus, but, like I said, I feel like it definitely does give Reva's story closure in regards to her overall story, especially being, I guess, a survivor of Order 66, being betrayed by Vader, and she's just literally encapsulating what happened. And I think it works really, really well with Kenobi still feeling a bit of defeat in regards to losing Anakin. Reva feeling defeated with the fact that she thinks she's failed her brothers and sisters, basically. So I definitely feel like, whereas it's not going to be the strongest point of the story, Reva's story was, in my opinion, contributing to the scenario that Kenobi was going through, as well as the fact that, it really does, I guess, push things in her own story, with the fact that she was channeling Anakin. I mean, you even had that flash between Luke and young Reva. It was literally, you're literally tributing Anakin in that moment. So choose the right thing. Obviously, Luke was going to survive, but yeah. So, but I gotta say, Beru. Like, she was packing heat, though. Like, she's like, okay, someone's gonna die, and she was ready for this. She was ready to just lay waste to Reva. So, gotta give props to Beru. We haven't seen her in this in the show. So obviously, I was expecting her to show up in this episode. But I wasn't expecting her to just go all badass, like, okay, well, yeah, so, but yeah, it was, I really, really liked that kind of acceptance that Owen had. My heart broke when he said, do you want to see him? Owen. Look how far we've come. He went from roasting Obi-Wan to just, I guess, roasting our hearts, really. That was terrible, but yeah. No, I can't. You know, it was so funny. I was thinking, oh, you know what? I would love for Obi-Wan to say hello there. I don't think it's gonna happen this late on, but he said it. He said it, and I can tell you now, I can guarantee you all that the internet is going to be filled with, you know, so much joy and nostalgia, etc. Because he said those two simple words, but it's very, very synonymous to Obi-Wan, isn't it? And now we've got the trilogy. We've got the holy trilogy of hello there, because, and this is what's really, really funny. His first words to Luke are hello there, and then his first words, obviously, in, his first words ever, really, if you want to count A New Hope as, you know, the first go around, was hello there. So when he was approaching Luke, so yeah. So yeah, there was that. But yeah, we got A New Hope, we got Kenobi, and of course, the one that really lit the fire, I guess, in terms of the impact of Hello There was Revenge of the Sith. So it's just so good. So yeah. I do want to know how Reva got to... I mean, I guess you could say, how did, Obi-Wan get to Tatooine so fast as well. But I feel like Reva should be a bit slowed in comparison to getting to Tatooine, especially with what she's just endured. So, yeah, I was wondering, how the frick did Reva get there so fast? But yeah, they've opened the door for Reva, so it will be very, very interesting to see what they're going to do in terms of her story. Because I'm sure, especially with how, I guess, open-ended in a sense her story is. I guess this is not the last time we're going to see of Reva. So, yeah. But whether that's going to be in a spin-off, whether that's going to be in a second season of Kenobi, I feel like, yeah. I feel like we're definitely going to get some Reva in the future. So yeah. And then there was, of course, Leia and Obi-Wan's exchange, especially when he was talking about the traits she possesses from her father and her mother. That was really, really beautiful. I do want to know what happened to Lola. Because we never... Oh, she got destroyed on Alderaan, didn't she, Lola? It makes sense. So, yeah. Well, that's sad. No, but that bit where Obi-Wan was talking about the traits of Leia's mother and father that she imbued, it was really, really powerful stuff. So, yeah. Not emotional whatsoever. There were quite some emotional bits in this episode, but I was thinking, is he not going to honour the promise? But he did. He honoured the promise that he would see Leia again. And it was really, really well done. So, yeah. And what is sad is that's probably the last time that Obi-Wan sees Leia as well, because they never got to interact in A New Hope. He did see the message from Leia, but Leia never got to see him, which is really, really sad. But yeah. But yeah, what a great way to conclude things, in my opinion, with Obi-Wan. I've really loved the show. I mean, things could have been better, like, especially, people have talked about the camera direction, etc. And, it has been a bit glaring at times, like, especially with how shaky it was. No, I think overall things have been pretty great. And I don't really have any complaints, especially with this episode. Because obviously we were not going... whilst Obi-Wan and Vader were pretty much the focus. We had to, conclude Reva's story, etc. And I just worry people are just going to be, like, moaning on about that, etc. But with how her story, with how her situation with Luke paralleled to Order 66, it is a case of how the turntables, isn't it? Because whereas Anakin was, hunting younglings, and Reva was one of them. Reva is now the hunter, and the Skywalker is the hunted. So, it's not like Reva's story had that good substance, in my opinion, and yeah, it was just really, really well done, and I think we tied things up really, really neatly. In terms of not just, of course, Reva's story, but also Obi-Wan especially, and how he is the man he is in A New Hope. So there, that cloud over him, that weight on his shoulders, it's been eradicated, really. I mean, there is still going to be that small bit of burden on his shoulders and whatnot, but you know, it's not like it's more so like it's a nice sunny day. There were a few clouds in the sky, if that makes sense, rather than it just being all cloudy and gloomy, etc. That was Obi-Wan's headspace, I would say, for the most part. But this episode gave him a bit of clarity, a bit of hope for the future. So that's the way I take it. But yeah, pretty lovely stuff. And I'm going to miss this show. I've really loved Kenobi. I've really loved my time watching Kenobi. It's been a really incredible show. I loved it so much. And yeah, it was just really superb. So top job. So, I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care. And I will see you guys next time. Toodles!